Hej och välkommen till Old Lady Plays. Jag heter den gamla damen Kate. Och det här är The Journeyman. This is my linguistic journeyman, where when we land in a country, we change the language of the game into that country's language until I become fluent in that country's language, which is why we are now back into English in this game, because I have become fluent in Swedish within the game. And that seems like a good point, given what we're simulating here, to move the game back into an easier language. If anybody really objects, I'll swap it back into Dutch and we'll make it half as hard. How's that? Anyway, it's time for the Swedish Cup, and there are 3 matches in the group stage. 2 of them against teams from the division below us. That would be the Superettan, and 1 team from our own division of Svenskan. So, yes, we have an interesting challenge. Trelleborg's finished 14th, I believe, just avoiding relegation. Falkenberg's made, I think, 6th or 7th, somewhere like that. And Kalmar, I'm not sure where they finished last season. That's a good question. I'm not sure they really are 12th by thing. Let's just find this out for a second here. Stages. Thank you. Previous season, Kalmar 7th. So they're actually in Europe this year, or will be in Europe this year. Oh God, the whole split season thing is a little bit tricky to figure out. So anyway, here's the setup. We've got rid of a bunch of players, and we got in a bunch of players, so this is gonna be a long episode. I'm warning you right up front. I mean, you already know this because you've seen the thumbnail, but it's gonna be a long one. It's a transfer special, and we got games. So let's see how things go. Transfer history. Woohoo! We had people go out. We had people come in. Those are not all the people who went out. Free transfers. That's not it. Released players. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. So, these guys all left. Victor Schuld, who is now 33. Sebastian Tchaikovsky, who is 26 and is okay, but just didn't really do it for us. And I just couldn't bring myself to keep paying him the money that we were paying him for what he was giving us. Oliver Lund, 32 years old. He's moved on because we got Jablinski at right back. Fredrik Andersson, okay, but we've got much better goalkeeping now. David Bjornsson, a young prospect, but one that I don't believe is going anywhere, at least not as far as we're concerned. So he's been picked up by Eskilstuna. I'm sure he'll have a great Superettan career. But so that's some of the outs. Now let's go back to all transfers. So we let Axel Ayan go because, again, he wasn't really improving very much, and with his balanced personality and low determination and low pace, he was just not really able to keep up and do the job that we needed. So we let him go. Kevin Fransson, another young player, with a little bit more about him, but he'd been out on loan on the last couple of years and really hadn't shown much in the way of achieving any potential. Ricardo Leone is out on loan. He's all right. He's got some potential. It looks like actually I loaned Franzen out, so I loaned Franzen out. I thought I'd released him, but no, apparently I loaned him out. And Sebastian Hansen wanted to go on loan, so out he goes. The people we've brought in so far, because there's still a month to go in the transfer window, are Oliver Gramberg, who is Swedish, which is one of the reasons that I wanted to buy him, but is also darn good. Comes deep to get ball, dictates tempo, likes a switch ball. he's actually come in and has taken Ribeiro's spot. Although Ribeiro is still here, he's going to be part of the he's going to be the rotation option here. And yeah, he's looking pretty good. I'm really pleased with him. He's done a reasonably good job in the preseason. I'm pretty happy with how that worked out. And then I got a notice in my scouting meeting about this Canadian kid who had been released by somebody. I don't know, some Canadian team had released him. I think it was a Canadian team, but we gotta find out. Where is it? Where's his history? There we are. Well, we can't see it. Career stats. Toronto FC. Okay, he'd been playing for Toronto FC from the age of 17. He's only 19 now. Well, that's interesting. That's very interesting. He must have been about 16 when he started playing for them. How the hell did they throw him away? That's crazy. Anyway, he's ours now, and he's doing very well. Um, he was injured when he first came in, so he missed much of the preseason, but he's come back and done really a fair good job in the games that he's played. So those are the real ins so far. We've also got one more on the hook, but he won't be here until July. Jonathan Westerberg, again, very solid and Swedish, which is important. He was marked as surplus to requirements where he is. I can't remember where it is. AGF. Where's that? Denmark? Yeah. So he's coming home, and we got another Swedish player. And the reason we need the Swedish player is because, of course, in Allsvenskan, no, here we are. We need a minimum of 9 players trained in Sweden, homegrown nation. So we can't see them right now, but we've got enough of them. We made sure that we now have enough of them that we can make some rotations with more confidence and things like that. So that's pretty good. There aren't any such rules for the Svenska Cupen. So instead of looking at this, let's look at this. And here we go. Training has been really wretched in the early days, of course, because it always is in that first week or two. Nobody's really enjoying themselves. They're having a hard time getting back into the groove. And yeah, but they are relatively fit for the most part, and we're ready to roll. So no huge changes in the lineups. We are moving Hobestad in more often to try and get him more used to playing more regularly. Because Illich is 33 now? 31, okay. So, he's starting to slow down a little bit. He's not quite as much as... Oh, and Ribeiro, I forgot. Ribeiro got injured. He's got a hip injury. He's off to see a specialist. 3 months, he's out. So, yeah, it's frustrating. It may be sort of the end of his career, but we'll see what we can do. It's a shame because he was player of the season, the fans' player of the season last season. So it's a shame that we're missing him. But that's life. It happens that way sometimes. Let's move forward, jump into the game. Here's the game. We're ready to jump into it. Let's do the jumping. Legos jumping. Yeah, submit the team. Let's do this. Woo! I've only selected 5. I've selected, oh, hang on. Okay, we're on short numbers of subs on this one. Okay, back to 7 subs. So let's figure this out for a second. Sorry, I should have done this beforehand. I didn't realize this was going to be a problem. Take out Katovic and bring in actually we'll leave Katovic. Nizic, Nielsen. I'm going to keep Nielsen and Nizic. I need at least one forward. That's going to be Illich. And I think that'll do it for now. There's nobody else to put in. That's good. We'll do it simply. Let's roll. Squad numbers, 3 players. He doesn't get number 1. He does get number 12. That's fine. Actually, let's let him have number 13. That's even better. All right. You can have 16, and you can have 17 for now. Submit the numbers. All right. Dressing room. Encourage the players. Let's go and do this. Trelleborgs. I think play your own game and you win. I don't like this. None of these are all too overconfident, and I don't like that. It's not my style. I do not like to boost their confidence when they're already in confident mood. Yeah, that's the way to go. Bit of better weather isn't a problem. I'm not sure it matters who we're playing, but we want to win anyway. But, nah, nice to kick things. No, we need to build some momentum here. Let's try it. I think that's putting a little more pressure on the players than I usually like to do, but we'll see how they do. Well, it hasn't made anybody suffer yet. That's good. Nobody's starting the game apprehensive or pressured or anything. Henriksen. Grambert. Saeed. Last year's top scorer, Henriksen. And Selassie gets his first goal of the season, and our first goal of the cup, and the first goal of the season, and of the year. It's just all kinds of first goals. It's the first goal of first goals. Yeah, it's just nice to have a goal. Henriksen to Selassie. Nielsen gets a hand to it but can't quite keep it out. A gorgeous goal, no problem. So we've strengthened, but we are definitely still in a fight against relegation this year. I want to basically, the way that the Swedish league is structured, there's very little difference in the amount of money you get for finishing first and finishing 14th. And I like that idea because it means that wherever we place, we'll end up getting a significant boost of cash. And we're getting TV money now, which we didn't before. So I'm hoping that this is going to pull us out of our deep hole. Some of you will remember from last episode that we had a 0 transfer budget. I did some fiddling with the wage budget and got us a couple of $100,000, but it's not much. And the players that we need to really solidly stay up are going to cost us more than that. So we are playing them, and doing the good things, and I get to say complacency is bad. I always like to say complacency is bad. It makes me happy. Makes the players happy too, so it's all good all around. Yeah. Well, the good news is, if we are going to try and play all 3 games in this episode, it's gone fast. Let's do this. Nobody needs to come off particularly. You're looking pretty tired. Let's get you out. Valentine, looking pretty tired, but Jablinski's okay to come on for a few minutes, I believe. Yeah, he's good enough to go, I think, for 10 minutes. And how about Nizic in the midfield? Just to stiffen things a little with some fresh legs. And we just hope that Jablinski doesn't get himself hurt, and then we're in good shape. Stanisic with his first yellow card of the season. Whoa! Edgar has to reach for that one, but he's got it. I should really have played Svetkauskas today, because I'm more or less making him our cup keeper. Unless Edgar somehow fails completely at doing his job. But so far he's done a pretty good job. Nakayama in for Grambert. Back to Nakayama. Hope stomp. Not quite. Nielsen gets it. Only a couple minutes left in the injury time. Salazi recovers. Nizic, Grambert, Salazi. Beautifully done. Saeed over the top. Into the box. Will he cut it back? No, he's going to get cut down instead. And Saeed will take the penalty. Interesting choice. Usually it's Illich, but Illich isn't on the field. So who's going to take it? Saeed. Rockets it into the corner. No question at all. 2-0. This game's in the bag. Let's get ready for the next one. We don't need to see the penalty again. We saw it the first time and we were impressed. Hooray, dressing room. Hooray. Good win, boys. Well done. Good stuff. All right. I'll be back shortly. Jan Edgar made his debut in our cup victory over Trelleborgs. Edgar was well received by the supporters and a keen sense of intrigue around the club. And he got a clean sheet on his debut. So hey, that's pretty darn good. We'll be back shortly. Oh, I forgot my... I hate when I do this. You people have to remind me. Make sure you've got your keyboard, Katie. Because if you don't have your keyboard, you can't shift programs. Alright, we're back. It is time for the game. Falkenbergs FF versus Övergångar ES. Let's go get him. Got another rookie in the lineup. Marcus Pettersson, who's in the process of getting his... I'm not going to give him number 9, not yet anyway. That's a bit heavy for a 18-year-old. Just getting him some game time, and he's in the middle of signing his contract to become a pro, so this could be his last game as an amateur. Yeah, I think I'm going to try that. And we got a couple of them interested. Who do we get? How Ovestad and Grambert. Okay. These are two of our better players. Any team would miss a player of his caliber. He's good to go. Yeah. Let's do this. So they've got the first shot. They're unbalanced. There's few shots. Got one back. Near the end of the half. Let's go attacking. Just to see what happens. Nothing happened. Nothing at all happened. What a wretched match. I'm not pleased. Yeah, I'm really not. So that's pretty much what I'm going to say. Still unbalanced. We're going to stay on attacking, see what comes of it. So far, what comes of it is nothing good. But we're going to have to stay on it now. Right. Well, that didn't last very long. And I should have got to that. These off tackles. Pitch. Anybody needs to come out? I think Henriksen does. Right. Makes Henriksen can come out for Nakayama. And Nielsen for Solazi. And how about Blorud for Nizic? So that we get those yellow cards off the field. I don't want to give away any more of those. And hopefully we can get something here. Get creative. Good clearing header. Where's my left back? Nakayama, what were you doing? That was sad. Oh, that was just sad. What have we done today? My goodness, boys. Fell for your own hype today, didn't you? Yep. Got lucky there. Could easily have been a goal. Well, that's a very disappointing result, and I am not happy about it. Very disappointing result. I'm going to say assertively that I'm far from pleased, and that's stepping things up for me. I don't usually get assertive. It's not worth an aggressive. I save those for the really big things. Eklund satisfied with win. Hogestad is having a confidence crisis. All right. Speak about. No, criticize last game. No, that's not helping. No, I'll worry about it later. All right, I'm going to pop out and come back with the third match as soon as I figure out how long we've been going already. No, it's already 23 minutes. That's long enough. I'll play the third match, Kalmar offline. This is long enough. This is long enough. I don't want to take up all of your time, kind of thing. So there's going to be more transfers. So I'm not calling it the transfer special as such, although there were quite a lot of transfers in it. Mostly outs and a couple of ins, and that's going to be the theme of the year. Is you know, with respect to the people that I'm putting out of the place. Let's cut the dead wood and bring on some fresh, lively new wood, I suppose. Somehow that doesn't really work very good. Anyway, we'll be back probably for the first game of Allsvenskan season, and maybe the second match too, depending on how that goes. I might play it on extended, or I might play both of them on key. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Depends how much transfer business there is. And yeah, that'll do. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, you know what to do. The like button. That's the one. I noticed the likes have been dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. And I wondered if you might be able to help me out by dropping a few extra ones today. It'd be nice. Um, I try very hard not to nag about this sort of thing because I find it disheartening. Um, you're good viewers. I know what to do. And I know you'll do it because you're awesome. And that's how I like it. Anyway, I hope you have a great day and take care.